What is popping in your lives today? M Racing 89 here at the first race for the 2024 Pennsylvania Posse racing season. We're at Lincoln Speedway for the Icebreaker 30. We're supposed to have a race yesterday, but we only have one here today. 25 cars were checked in. One shakeup with the driver that we weren't expecting. Dylan Norris is driving the 27 SSR car. We'll have to keep an eye on how that car does throughout the night. Another car to watch out for, defending track champion Freddie Rahmer. He won 14 feature events at this track last year. Obviously a threat. Nobody's going to be surprised if he wins today. He's won the last two Icebreakers as well. Getting into our heat races, for heat race number 1, we saw Dominic Miller and Rick Lafferty start up front for the first heat of the year. Lafferty got a good run off of turn 2 and took an early lead. Cam Smith was able to move up to third place quickly. Devin Borden made contact early with Kyle Moody and fell back to 8th place. Rick Lafferty was able to stay out in front and take his first heat win of the year and the first heat win of the year for any driver in Pennsylvania. Heat race number 2, Jordan Gibbler and Danny Dietrich started up front for this heat. Danny got a bad start on the outside with Dietz taking second off of turn 2. Bollinger made a move for third, but Danny kept the spot. On lap 2, Tyler Ross lost control and hit the outside walls in turns 1 and 2. On the restart, Gibbler was able to stay out in front and take heat race number 2 for his first heat win of the year. For heat race number 3, we saw Troy Walkman and Emerson Axon start up front, the 227 cars, and they controlled the field to the start for the third and final heat race of the night. Walkman got a great start, as well as Lucas Wolf to move into second. It seemed like the outside line was not the preferred place to start for the heat races. Trout also improved to 4th off the start, as shown here. On lap 3, we saw Trey Hibner spin into turn 1, sending him to the back of the field for the heat. And on the restart, it was all Troy Walkman as he took heat race number 3 over Lucas Wolf. That is it for the heats. There's no consolation race today as there are 25 cars, so we'll get into the feature and we'll go over the highlights next.
For the feature, we saw Dominic Miller and Troy Wagaman start up front with Lucas Wolf and Rick Lafferty just behind. Wagaman got a great jump, taking the lead with Miller falling back early. Dietrich and Smith were able to move into second and third as well. Before we got a full lap in though, a gnarly crash happened with Emerson Axum flipping, involving Steve Owens, Aaron Bollinger, and Cody Hartlob. On the second start of the race, with Miller and Wagaman up front again, Wagaman got a great start, and Cam Smith did as well as he squeezed in the inside to take second. A few laps later, we saw Miller's engine expire, bringing out a yellow, and during this yellow, Chase Dietz got a flat right rear tire, taking him out of third place. On the restart, we had Wagaman, Smith, and Danny Dietrich controlling the field. Rick Lafferty was able to make a quick move on Danny for third, looking strong. Freddie Rahmer also entered the picture as he started to challenge for 4th and 3rd positions. On lap 6, we saw Brandon Rahmer, Tyler Ross, and Devin Borden tangle off of turn 2, bringing out the 3rd yellow of the race early on. On the next restart, Lafferty and Smith were fighting for second, but Lafferty lost momentum, allowing Dietrich to make a move up to the top to move into 3rd again, and Rahmer took 4th as well. Rahmer started showing his strength as he took 3rd from Dietrich down the backstretch and quickly drove to the inside to take 2nd from Cam Smith. On lap 13, we saw another yellow due to Justin Whittall making contact and damaging his front wing, which set up an open red situation just shy of halfway. With a restart at 17 to go, Freddie Rahmer was lurking behind Wagaman, but Wagaman got another great start. Danny Dietrich was able to get past Cam Smith for 3rd and quickly challenged Rahmer for 2nd and took the spot. Wagaman got to lap traffic and struggled in dirty air, giving Danny Dietrich a chance to catch up and challenge for the win. Lap after lap, Dietrich looked for a place to pass, but Wagaman held strong. During this, we saw Chase Dietz was able to work his way up to 5th place. Definitely could have contended for the win if he did not have that flat tire early on. But the story of the day, Troy Wagaman wins his 2nd race in the last 3 races that Pennsylvania has held and won the first race of 2024 in Pennsylvania. Now looking at the rest of your top 10, obviously 2nd place, Danny Dietrich, a strong run from him. 3rd placed, Freddie Rahmer, the defending 2-time Icebreaker winner. 4th place, Aaron Bollinger, a good result from him to work his way back up to the front. Another person that worked his way back up to the front was 5th place, Chase Dietz. In 6th place, we saw Cameron Smith, a good outing for him in the first time in that 75 car. 7th was the Jiffy Lube car, the 1X of Chad Trout. 8th was Rick Lafferty, after having a good run, was fighting up there for the top 5, but fell back to 8th. 9th place, we saw Kyle Moody, and rounding out your top 10 was the 5W of Lucas Wolf. And that wraps up the first race of 2024 at Lincoln Speedway. The Icebreaker 30 was one to remember as Troy Wagaman takes the first race of the year. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the channel that's there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.